Hey, hi, yes, welcome back to Retro Football TV. It's been, I think, about 3 years since we last did a video on this channel, maybe even longer. There's a way to find out, which I'm not going to do because that would be incredibly boring to watch me look through. But yes, I am here with, let's just say, potentially a brand new series. Yeah, let me just try and get a little bit bigger with you guys here a second. Hi, right, sound. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. It is sort of Retro Football TV. Well, it is. We're literally on the Retro Football TV YouTube channel. I've got a brand new challenge. Well, that challenge has been teaching myself how to do all this again over the last few weeks. It has involved, resurrecting my Windows-based laptop. It is called finally showing this side of my office. So anyone who's watched MAYCHBALL over the years, I'll give you user here early. It's fine. I'll give you a look. So there's the what I would normally record against for MAYCHBALL. Wow, that is very precariously balanced. I've got an idea. So let me fill you in on the idea. I am going to play Championship Manager 94 as Liverpool, and my aim is to win the Premier League with them. It's as simple as that. If I can win multiple trophies along the way, then let's, my God, win multiple trophies along the way in doing it. But yeah, that is the general gist. But this is, I'm just going to do it live. I'm going to do as much live. There's a chance I might convert this into something more after the fact. So, you know, obviously anyone who watched the CMO 102, the world famous CMO 102 series from back in the day on this channel, and then ultimately on the Red Men channel as well, will know what that might look like. I'm promising nothing. I want to make sure that the streaming stuff works. So we're just going to play the game, have a chat. You guys can get yourselves involved if you're live with me on, you know, what we do, how we talk about things, who we sign, who we sell, all that kind of stuff. And we'll have a bit of a laugh. I've got a cuppa. That is a solid 8 out of 10 cup of tea. And I've basically got all afternoon to mess around with this. So yes, big love to Super Amario 64, who was the first person in the chat, the first new chat live. In fact, we have done live stuff on here before, but straight to the PlayStation. The first proper live chatter we've ever had. Jack Jenkins, Connor Povey, Darren, Connor Ladd, LFC Mav, the man, the legend, and LFC Spectre, the man, and Matthias, the man, the legend. There's so many legends in here. LFC Marlu as well. Yeah, we are back. If you haven't subscribed to the Retro Football YouTube channel, do click that subscribe right now. Do drop a like on this stream as well. Joe Leach, hello, mate. So yeah, I am just going to make sure I know what I'm doing on all of this. So yeah, this might be a little bit rough around the edges. I've got some surprises up my sleeve, nothing overly extravagant. But yeah, so without further ado, let me introduce you to the premise. So it's 1993-1994 season. Liverpool Football Club have a crop of potential superstar young players. They're in a transition period. A couple of years earlier, we'd seen Graham Souness take over from Kenny Dalglish. Graham Souness won the FA Cup. It didn't go very well for him as a Liverpool manager. He lost the job, and Roy Evans came in and took over. Now, what we know happened with Roy Evans was we entered into a period of lots and lots of talent, overspending on some players, not really coming too close to winning the league. We won the League Cup in 1995. We lost the FA Cup final in 1996. He ends up becoming joint manager with Gerard Houllier, and then Houllier takes over, and then Liverpool are back and they win the cup treble in 2001, and so on and so forth. And of course, Liverpool don't ultimately win the Premier League if this is 1993, for another 27 years after this point. Yeah, So Liverpool are without a Premier League title in 3 years at this point. This is 1993-94. Liverpool last won the league title 3 years ago. It is the 3-year wait. So yes, I am going to see how well I get on with all of this. And yes, I say we might turn this into a little bit more. But let me get you up to speed with what is going on. So first and foremost, let me introduce you to the manager's office. Welcome. This is where I'm going to be kicking back in between games. We can chat about all things going on in the game, any of your thoughts, feelings, what we're doing, what alterations we can make. We have also got the changing rooms. So in here, we'll be going through the tactics. We'll be looking at the squad and all that kind of stuff ahead of a match day. And then on match day itself, we will be heading to Anfield if we're at home. And if not, we'll be heading to generic away football ground. Possibly Oxford United, if I remember the raw files that I gave to Jimmy to mess around with. Right, yes. Kevin Hibbert, champ man. Yes, this is Championship Manager 93-94 or the 93 end of season edition. I don't think it really matters too much how we phrase it, but it is what it is. Right, okay, so without further ado, let's go back to the manager's office and have a little look. So the season begins in a month. Now, because of my first issue is that the game capture has crashed. Let me see if I can get that back up and running again. And activate. Yeah, there we go. See, this is what it's all about. I want this to be seamless, but it is very much not seamless. I practiced this for about 2 minutes before we went live earlier on this afternoon. Right, sound. LFC Marley wants to know if it's realistic or we're going to sign R9. Let's come to that. So here we are. Let's have a little look then at the Liverpool squad first and foremost. So this is what Liverpool's team looks like as we head into the 93-94 season. It's alphabetical. I don't think you can change that, so it takes a little bit of getting used to for old school Champ Manager fans. It is a little bit weird trying to wrap your head around it because it's not in positional order. Now, what we can do is we can go to defenders, midfielders, and attackers. What's really funny about this is running on an Amiga Mini. So it's like hardware emulation as well as software emulation. So it runs at the actual speed of an Amiga 1200 from the 90s. So as much as if I was running this probably through my PC, it would run like absolute lightning. You have to wait while it does all of those things. Right. So here's who we've got. John Barnes, 30 years old, John Barnes. Is a midfielder / attacker left. Passing 20, pace 12. So this is obviously, again, a few years after the really injury hit John Barnes. So this is actually a hybrid between the John Barnes that tore up the first division with incredible speed and lightning dribbling and all that, and the guy who becomes more of a holding midfielder for Liverpool. So he's got the flair, the creativity, stamina, influence, but his pace has started to go. And unfortunately, he can only play on the left-hand side, so he's a little bit of an uncomfortable fit for the tactical system that I'm going to introduce, which I'll come on to in due course. Yeah, Matthew says the Amiga won't break on me at least. Yeah, well, don't jinx things like that, mate. But yeah, we tried to do the Amiga on like one of the very first ever retro football shows, and the disk drive had packed up. So I've got in my actual Amiga hardware a brand new disk drive, which is very, very loosely fitted. John, no, this is the Amiga version. This is original recipe Championship Manager. So it was Championship Manager 93, and then the update disc was Championship Manager 94, and this is basically that. So Nigel Clough is a new signing for Liverpool. He's got passing 18. He's a responsible character, 28 years old, which I hadn't realised how old he was, to be honest, at the time. Flair, creativity, stamina. He's a decent player, is Nigel Clough. The thing that he was lacking in the real world was, of course, pace, which he's not exactly blessed with here, but probably actually it's quite optimistic to give him 11 pace on that. Julian Dix. So, I mean, look, I've skipped over Stig, to be honest. I apologise, Stig. Good left back, good solid left back, and apparently can play centre half as well, which might prove useful to us, because important lesson to learn about 93, 94. You're allowed 3 substitutes. 2 normal ones and a goalkeeper sub. In the cups, it's just your 2 subs, no goalkeeper sub. So versatility is huge in this. Julian Dix is straight up left back, valued at £2 million, which is one of our most expensive players. Tackling 20. He's a rebellious character. He's a rebel end of a character, let's be honest. Beloved by West Ham fans, not so much Liverpool fans. So yeah, there is that. Yeah, bear with me 2 secs. So, yeah, here's where we're at. So, just very quickly then, John Barnes, Stig in the Bjorn, Nigel Clough, Julian Dix, are the first few we've looked at in our squad. Now, here we come to our first real gem. It is, of course, the Prowler, the Growler, red hot Robbie Fowler. And one thing to bear in mind for this is that there is no shooting stat on this game. So there's no way of knowing how good he is at finishing by just looking at the. It's basically a hidden stat, which is something that Champ and Football Manager fans over the years will be aware of. But it's mad that one of the key metrics for the footballer is not visible to the player. So all we got to go on, he's quite fast, he's quite flairful, and he's got great stamina. Last season, even though for some reason he got an average rating of 4.25, he scored 18 goals in 28, which is a pretty good barometer that he's going to score goals this time around. He is who we're going to be building this side around. Okay, Steve Harkness, versatile defender, not very highly valued, but he'll keep for us. That'll be absolutely fine. Don Hutchison, controversial, probably better known as an Everton player and maybe a West Ham player and Scotland international. Was a highly talented young Liverpool player. Had a real glut of goal scoring. He's got a really good rounded set of statistics there. Can play midfield, attack central. He's a good player. He got into trouble because of a Christmas party where I think it was something to do with whipped cream or shaving foam and genitalia. Ultimately, Liverpool got rid of him. But yeah, at this time, he was very, very highly rated. David James, young David James, 24, not that young. He's going to be an interesting question mark. He's only valued at just under £1 million. I'm skeptical as to David James's ability levels because, look, we're bringing future knowledge back with us here. I'm well aware that, of what David James's future holds. I'm going to be bearing that in mind. So, Rob Jones, right back, the best English right back of his generation. People talk about Gary Neville as the best right back the Premier League's ever seen. It's only because Rob Jones was plagued with injuries. The big concern I have, even though everything about him screams brilliant right back, is I don't think I'm going to be using right backs. So we've got Lee Jones, promising young attacker, Welsh, goes on to be a Welsh under 21 perhaps. Didn't get loads of game time for Liverpool and was farmed out. We might be able to get something out of him. Dominic Matteo, so again, probably more famed as a Leeds United player. Centre half, can play DM. And left back, and played left back for Liverpool as well. Fell foul of Gerard Houllier and was kicked out, and then so we could buy Christian Ziege, and we all know how that worked out. Dominic Matteo, future Scotland international, very, very promising footballer in there. Tackling 19 is very good indeed. So what else we got? Now we come to our next gem. So much of a gem that he's made it to the front cover of the series. Steve McManaman, 22 years old, 2.4 million valuation, which is a lot of money in 1993-94. Passing, pace, flair, creativity, tremendous footballer. It's going to be interesting to see how we use him. Moving forward, Jan Molby, Troy Hawk's favourite footballer, 30-year-old Jan Molby, currently targeted down the bottom by a handful of clubs, including Everton, Derby and Bolton. He's a rebellious character, passing 20, of course, pace, one, but flair, creativity. Jan Molby, a 30. Think Thiago Alcantara. So think pure silk on the ball, incredible range of passing, just an absolute leader in the middle of the pitch, but lacking mobility in a huge way, in a celebratedly so way. But he's currently got a broken rib, and he'll be out for 8 weeks. So Jan Molby won't be in our consideration anytime soon. Next of our old school stars, Steve Nicol at 32 years old, can play defensive midfield at right, left, centre. He is going to be absolutely pivotal to this season because of that versatility. Worst case scenario, he's your defensive sub, and that we've got a lot of uses for Nicol. But yeah, tackling 20, heading 15, passing's not great, but he's got influence and stamina, potential captain we've got there in Steve Nicol. Our next star, the other one who made it onto the cover, Jamie Redknapp, 20 years old. So most people watching will of course know Jamie Redknapp as the look, let's face it, really attractive one on all the Sky Sports coverage. Not necessarily the best of the pundits, but what you've got to remember is Jamie Redknapp at 20 years old was David Beckham before David Beckham was David Beckham. For anyone even had heard of a lad called David Beckham was like shaking hands in changes at Manchester United, and everyone was going, who's this kid? While Jamie Redknapp was being brilliant in Liverpool's midfield. His passing's a bit mad, a bit low, I'll be honest, but passing, tackling, pace, flair, creativity, stamina. Jamie Redknapp is going to be the absolute star of our midfield. Blackburn, Stoke and Leicester can all eat a shit if they think they're going to get him off me. And then let's see, moving forward, Neil Ruddock is another one. Again, more famed for being overweight and a bit of a character than a footballer. 25 years old. He was a big signing for Liverpool around this point. Famously scored an absolute cracker of a header in a 3-3 draw against Manchester United at Anfield. I was there for that game. Tackling 20, heading 20, influence 19, stamina shockingly 16. Not got pace, flair or creativity, which you'd expect in his passing's not great, but weirdly was a responsible character. As much as I don't really want Neil Ruddock to be at Liverpool, in my vision, at the moment he's probably our best centre-half. Right, old guard, Ian Rush, Liverpool's record goal scorer, still a few off that total, because he's still got another couple of seasons left at Liverpool before he was moved on. 32, passing, tackling, pace, heading's not great, flair's not great, creativity's not great. He scored 14 and 42 last season. He's very much going to play the role that he did play in the real timeline of a support role to Robbie Fowler, I believe. But no worries over Ian Rush. Our squad is much richer and deeper for his existence. Michael Stensgaard, 19-year-old Danish footballer. Look at him. 2 million valuation for him, makes him by far and away our most expensive goalkeeper off the two that we have. Michaeli Stensgaard, apparently. Go ahead. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to make him my goalie over James, but we'll see. Paul Stewart is another one who was signed for Liverpool, is absolutely rubbish, and we're going to be transfer listing him very, very shortly. But he's stats-wise absolutely solid across the board. If I was just going off stats, he might form a very useful part of our squad. However, I remember Paul Stewart. He is not going to be playing for Liverpool. And in fact, so certain of that, I am going to list him right now. Let's transfer list him. He's now transfer listed. Sure, 650,000. Go for it. Fill your boots, anyone who wants Paul Stewart. Nicky Tanner is another one. Signed under the Graham Souness regime. Never really of the level to play for Liverpool. Tackling 18, pace 12, heading 18, not bad. He's actually not a bad footballer. He would do as a backup, but I think we can do loads better. I remember him as a footballer. He's going straight on the transfer list. £500,000. If we can get that in, we'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Okay. Michael Thomas, again, more famed for being the guy that helped Arsenal win the title against us at Anfield in 1989. He was signed by the Reds, had a brilliant performance in the 92 Cup final. At this point, he's still got his pace actually in this game, but in the real world, he was on a bit of the wane. Really good dynamic attacking midfielder, but never really did it for Liverpool. He's got a gash. And he'll be back soon. I don't know whether that's his extracurricular activities or what. Yeah, in fact, LFC Spectre asked the question, Ian Rush is selfish. Yeah, Ian Rush's character, selfish. Striker, mate. A good stat to have. What's Robbie Fowler's? Actually, I didn't actually notice. Anyone see? Where is he? Where are you, Robbie? Alphabetical order. F. There we go. Responsible. Wow. There you go. Oh, Thanos Daglish signing, says Johnny Dunlop. I apologise wholeheartedly. Yeah. Right. Okay. Michael Thomas. We will. You know what? We'll probably list Michael Thomas because I don't think we're going to need him. I think we can get better than him. Yeah, fine. And he doesn't have a great legacy to kind of cling on to there, to be perfectly honest. Mark Walters, another one, 33 years old, very much on the wane. He's got pace going for him. It says plays left. I always remember Mark Walters being a right-handed side player more, but there you go. It might be just my mistake. I'm going to list him because he's old and he's not great, and we're going to have some tactical issues already, to be honest. Right, let's value him. Yeah, go ahead. Fill your boots. LFC Spectre, Ruddock needs sold. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, last few. Ronnie Whelan, 32 years old, £500,000. Perfect central midfielder. Perfect. An absolute legend. 20 influence, still got good passing and tackling stats, so good all-rounder in the middle of the park, not getting any younger. And in fact, there's a little trick here that I'm going to perform on him, where I'm going to insure him. Because he's old but important, so I'm going to hopefully that gives us some money if anything goes wrong with him. And I'm going to do the same to John Barnes because, little spoiler, I did play this game a lot in my youth, and I remember lots of small things about this, where players you get injured all the time and you get a little bit of dough if you insure them. So yeah, we'll do that with those two guys. And then last but by no means least, Mark Wright, 30 years old. I think his contract's due to expire. He's probably our other great centre half, but again, pace 9, very thoughtful. Anyone who's seen him on LFC TV will I'm sure will corroborate that. Yeah, he's fine. Long term, we want to be looking for a Mark Wright upgrade, but short term, he's an absolutely fine centre half. So here's what we're going to be doing tactically for the setup. I am going to, and this is a little bit confusing, so bear with me because this system is not especially user friendly. I am going to go, the little insider knowledge from Amiga Chatman is why players are not as effective as central players. So what we want to do is we're going to abandon the idea of playing wingers and fullbacks, which might seem a little bit crazy, but you're going to have to stick with me on this for a moment. I'm going to push number 11 can be a forward attacker, central, and normal, and then number 7 we're going to turn him into an attacking mid, number 10, and then what we need to just do here is shuffle our centre halves in alongside each other. And there we go. This is the master plan formation. And we're going to play direct ball. No messing around. Let's just pump it up the pitch and score some goals. And that is the sum total of our tactics. There it is. There is my tactical acumen at the fore. Right. Let's head back to the squad and then we'll start to pick our team and see what we've got, and then let's have a little look around the transfer market. So, as mentioned, in fact, sorry, bear with me. Let me get through some of the comments because you guys are all flying in. Good to see you. Big Nasty, good to see you. Harjan Singh, hi, says hi, mate. Hello. What else we got in here? Raz, was David James ever young? I know, honestly, he was around forever, wasn't he? Ben Pescott says the good retro phone app where you can choose teams. You know what? I started a series on Twitter on that. It's good fun. It's nowhere near as detailed as I'd like it to be, but it is good fun. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's joined me in the comments so far. I'm going to show you, actually, before we pick our team, I'm going to show you the transfer list. Stephen Keely says, where's Bruce? So Bruce Grobbelaar had been sold. It's weird. The version of this is I'm a little unsure of. Grobbelaar should be there, but they've sold him to Southampton. He got told he was surplus to requirements. I've been in a room having a pint with Roy Evans and Bruce Grobbelaar when Grobbelaar's mentioned that to him. Good fun. Good fun. But anyway, by the by, Grobbelaar is at Southampton, is the short answer to that. So what we can do is we can go to find player. Now, there's a couple of ways we can look at footballers. The easiest one is to look at a transfer list. So these are the current English transfer listed players right now. If anyone sees any names that stand out, please do feel free to shout out in the comments, and we'll have a little look at anyone in particular. But we'll just quickly scout through here and see if anyone particularly catches my eye. Kevin Campbell, future Everton forward, a former Arsenal forward, is currently transfer listed by Arsenal. I don't think so. Steve McManaman, former Liverpool centre midfielder, 33 years old, is listed by Manchester City. LFC Spectre saying sign R9, if only it were that easy. And I'll explain why in a moment. Steve Lomas there. AD Mike, go ahead. He was he was seen as a very promising young player, but yeah, not really at the same time. So there is one. Phil Masinga at Leeds, decent player. Fleck, Spencer. There's not really loads. I think what we're probably going to do is use a little bit of our own inside knowledge on this one. But before I do, let's have a look at the foreign players list. So you can't just go, because it's 1993 and it's on the Amiga. It was a one league deal, this game. So as much as other leagues sort of exist, so you can play teams in Europe, but they're actually not populated. There was just a list of foreign players, so big name players who were playing at foreign clubs. So for example, and most obviously, Paul Gascoigne there, 25 years old, probably the best player in the game, lacking in pace because this is post-injury, and he will have been at Lazio, I think, at this time. Passing, flair, creativity, confident character, absolutely unbelievable. £6.5 million. Then we've got Guardiola. So Pep Guardiola, 22 years old, is floating around there, targeted by Villa, West Brom and Sunderland. He might be an interesting pick. It might be an interesting one to pick up on. I'm not against that. And then you got players like David Platt, who I guess was maybe Sampdoria or Bari at the time, 28 years old, England star at that point. He was one of the big names around that point to move to Italy. And there's a thing in this game where when your player gets too good at the end of the season, they move to Italy. It's like a pre-programmed thing. So there's that. So we've got Stefan Lehmann, apparently. I thought that was Jens. My apologies. Naeem is there. Didier Deschamps is another one, 24. Obviously, we know Deschamps is absolutely class, so he's one to keep an eye out for. £2 million for this. Michael Heisman says, love this game. Can I ask where you got it from and how you're emulating it? So I've got an Amiga Mini, and then basically you can if you update the firmware on it, you can get disk images now and run them directly through it. The user interface on there allows you to play ROMs. So it's a little fiddly with Chapman. I've got Premier Manager as well, which I nearly did, which I will do a series on at some point. But they that Chapman thing is a little fiddly to work, but I've got it working. Fingers crossed it stays working. But there are easier ways. You can run it through DOSBox on your computer if you want to as well, I believe, which is what I've done with Chapman 96, 97. There's Torben Picnic, I believe. Former Liverpool centre half. There'll be no interest in bringing him back to my football club. And now what we want to keep an eye out for is there's a player called Neil Lamptey, who is an absolute cheat code. And I had a little practice on this game recently and totally forgot he existed. And he ended up playing for Aston Villa, which is not what we want. So we're going to see if he crops up. God, is that Lars Bohinen? Lars Bohinen, there you go, good player. Miller, a lot of Scottish players on here, which again is mad that it considers these. Is that Duncan Ferguson? Yeah, there you go, 21-year-old Duncan Ferguson. We could change the course of history. Matthias, Sensible World of Soccer isn't built into it. They got Kickoff 2 on there, but I do have it on there. Again, it was also in consideration for this. Again, at some point we will definitely play some Sensible World of Soccer. Right, where are we? These are all Scottish players. Iceland, Finland, Denmark. Let's quickly scoot through this. Bahrain. Wow. Yeah, I don't know where Neil Lamptey is unless he's been picked up by someone. I wouldn't know where to find him. It's really annoying. If anyone knows where Neil Lamptey is on this, if anyone wants to Google that for me, that would be absolutely splendid. Right, so there's our list of foreign players. And then you've got things like the other way you can do it is you can go to club details, another team, and then you can go and have a look through at a particular club. So, for example, let's have a little look at Manchester United. Obviously, the best team in the league at the time. Eric Cantona there, 4 million quid, arrogant, perfect, just a brilliant footballer, fair play. 1834 he got last year. And then obviously you've got some of the class of 92, but not all. So the Nevilles haven't arisen yet. Beckham hasn't come through, but Nicky Butt and Ryan Giggs have. So 17-year-old Nicky Butt is there. And Giggs is there as well at 20 years old, 6 million quid. Probably the best player, one of the best players, if not the best player in the Premier League at this point. Flair and creativity, solid footballer. Roy Keane, a 22-year-old. Roy Keane is definitely something, right? Okay, cool. So one player I want to, there's a couple of players I want. Give me your suggestions, and obviously things like Klopp. What we can't do is we can't search for players outside of England at their specific clubs. They have to be on the foreign list. So if they didn't show up on that list that we look through there, then we won't be able to find them. It's a major limitation of this game. But like someone we could move for example, is you've got a future Liverpool player there in Nicky Barmby, really good player in this game. And a real outside shout for a bit of fun would be Jurgen Klinsmann, 29 years old, 6.5 million, Christ. Yeah, arrogant Jurgen Klinsmann. So yeah, that is there. That is that. Let's pick our team. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll do that. Stephen Keeley, he thought Lamptey was at Villa. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Thank you, Stephen. That is really, really good information. Let me just check Aston Villa. Is Neil... there you go. Neil Lamptey, 3 million quid. Cheat code. Let's get him scouted, actually, and see what they say. Yeah, you can watch him. I trust you, whoever you are. 19 years old, mid-attack, right, left, centre. Andy Nguyen, get in. Ginola, do we know where... Oh, yeah, Chris Brack. There you go. Great shout. Young Shearer. Does anyone know where Ginola would have been? Was he in England at this point? Shearer was at Blackburn. Chris Sutton, Alan Shearer. There you go. The SAS, £8 million, Alan Shearer. So I need to double check our funds, but I'm pretty certain our funds don't stretch to Alan Shearer as much as I would love them to. Let's have a little look and see if we can see. Accounts? No. Info. Cash. 4 million quid. So we need to sell some players. Let's see if there's anyone else we can list on here. You know, I'm going to list Julian Dix because he's a bell. Let's transfer list him. Yeah, 2 million would be delightful. Thank you so much. And who else don't we like? I think that's probably all right for now. Probably. Maybe. We've got 2 squad spaces anyway. Sol Campbell, Chris Brack, my word, what a shout. Tottenham. He will have been at, right? Sol Campbell. Oh my. D, defensive midfielder, attacker, left centre, 19 years old. Tackling, pace, heading's not great. Yeah, I like the look of Sol Campbell. He might well be one of our answers to one of our questions. Let's arrange a friendly so we can have a little look at something. What we're going to do, which is always hilarious, I'm going to start local. If you go to the other end, you can play South Liverpool, Knowsley, St Helens, Accrington. Who were they? Exactly. Bishop Auckland, so that's where my mum's side of the family's from. So I like to have it's always good luck for me to play a little game against Bishop Auckland. So we're gonna approach Bishop. Yeah, we're gonna play them. We'll play at home. In Brazil, apparently. And we'll have one more pre-season game against, let's give some a little bit of local love. Let's go South Liverpool. Yeah, South Liverpool, do you want to play? You'd love a game. Let's play at your ground. Go on. Really test us. And then, I tell you what, let's have one more So we've got, oh, shite. No, that's not how we do that. Let's do one more. Select opponents. Let's see if we can get someone half decent. And I'll show you one of the flaws with this game. Let's play. Let's see if AC Milan fancy a game. No. In your face, AC Milan. Didn't want to play it anyway. Bells. Roma. Roma have accepted the offer. Good on you, Roma. Let's play at home. Okay, cool. So we've got 3 friendlies lined up. That'll give us a good sense of where we're at. Sol Campbell is basically the substitute cheat as Matthias. Yes, he is. Okay, so we're going to press on. I believe we've now got a pre-season game. South Liverpool still. I believe South Liverpool are still a team actually. So friendly match. So that means it's time for us to head to the changes to get ready. Okay, cool. So tactically, we're playing MAYCHBALL, right? So it's 3-3-1-3, 3-4-3, 3-3-4. Call it what you will. What I'm going to call it is the pathway to success. So, number 1, in goal. It's a big call straight off the bat. Michael Stensgaard. David James is going to have to prove himself in my eyes if he wants to get further than this. My back 3 are numbers 3, 2, and 5. So 3, let's give that to Dominic Matteo because he's left-sided. 2 is now my central centre-back, which I don't like. Anyone knows me, I don't like mad numbers in my places, but it is what it is. My central centre-back I will give to Neil Ruddock. And what did we say the other one was? 4? 5? 5. Bear with me. 5 is going to go to Mark Wright. Okay, in midfield, 6, 4, and 8. So what I want here is, I think I want Redknapp. Let's go with Redknapp. So number 6, young starlet, Jamie Redknapp. Come on, Paul. Short-term memory is not great. 4, then 8. 4, centre mid, holding mid, I guess. I'm going to give it to the stalwart that is Ronnie Whelan. And then on the right-hand side, which is number, my God. Remember this when I get diagnosed with dementia, that this is when it started. Number 8. I am going to give it to Steve McManaman for now. Yeah, LFC Spectre, no wing play on MAYCHBALL. Not at the moment anyway. So attacking players are in our sort of number 7/10 position. We've got a couple of options. I'm going to give it to Nigel Clough because he hasn't got the pace to really do anything else. Let me just look at this layout. So 10, 9, 11. I'm going to give the number 9 shirt right down the middle to my main man, Robbie Fowler. Number 11, therefore, sacrilege to some, Ian Rush. And I'm going to try John Barnes up front on the left-hand side. So I've got 2 substitutes, outfield substitutes. Steve Nicol is nailed on as that because look at his versatility. He can play everywhere apart from the attacking positions. And then what I want for my second sub is someone who can do a bit of midfield and a bit of an attack. So I think probably Don Hutchison is the right answer for that one. So that leaves me goalkeeper sub will be David James. And so that leaves me at the moment lads who aren't getting a game. Bjornaby, Dix, who's listed, so fine. Harkness, Rob Jones. Oh, I really wish I could play him. Lee Jones, young forward. Paul Stewart, Tanner, Thomas, all listed along with Walters. So yeah, so that's that. We'll see how this game goes and then we'll make a decision on what positions. So just to give you a heads up, what I want you guys to do is I've got a post-match press conference lined up. You guys are going to play the role of the press officers. So type the word press and then put your question in for the end of the game, and I will answer your press questions post-match, okay? Sound. Right, let's kick off then against Bishop Auckland, and let's see how we get on. Welcome here to the first friendly game of a brand new campaign, the first game, and it's a goal for Liverpool! A thundered home! thundered out by Nigel Clough. What a star the number 7 is here. From out of nowhere, Nigel Clough. He's in again. Clough is through on goal. Goal for Liverpool. He finishes well. Oh, doesn't he finish well? What a finish. What a finish by Nigel Clough. Liverpool 2, Bishop Auckland 0 as we head inexorably towards death and half-time. Liverpool take that lead in at half-time. Liverpool 2, Bishop Auckland 0. Okay. Steve McManaman is not playing well. Steve McManaman is on a 6. Nigel Clough is on an 8 with both his goals so far. Ronnie Whelan and Mark Wright are not pulling up trees either. So there's some interesting things, as you can see. Goalkeeper, right back, left back, they're all on 2s and 3s. Not a great game for Bishop so far. And Ben Pesco plays for Bishop Auckland under 21s. Wow, well done, mate. That's class. I honestly, it's in my bucket list to go and watch a Bishop Auckland game. It really is. Yeah, Bishop and Darlow are the two teams that I got. Yeah, they're very much there. My mum's from around that way, and I've got family who live in Shildon, so there. And Hyington, something like that. Right, okay. Let's make a change and have a little look at what we do. Steve McManaman's not playing particularly well, so we're going to swap him out for Stevie Nicol. Put a proper midfielder in there. Oh, Stensgaard as my captain. That is a bad decision. Let's give Ronnie Whelan the armband. That might help him as well. And then let's head back to the game. How do I do that? There we go. And we're back underway here for the second half at Anfield. Jamie Redknapp with a good chance. Oh, but his shot lacks power. It was a weak shot. It was an evident... And he's been booked for it as well. For hacking at the number 9 and having a weak shot. Jamie Redknapp goes in the... It's a goal for Liverpool! Scrambled past their keeper and scored by Ian Rush. The absolute maestro in attack. Seen by some as being a touch selfish. He won't care. He is up and running for this pre-season. Big tactical decisions there. 14 and 6 being shifted around there for Bishop. That should have some form of impact. Liverpool in cruise control here. Fowler with a real chance, but he braces it over the bar. Incredible from the young striker. You would put your house on him finishing that chance. And if you did, you'd be ending this afternoon homeless. Anyway, it's Liverpool 3, Bishop Auckland 0. We'll be heading momentarily to the press conference. Yeah, get your press conference questions in, as LFC Marlow has done there. Just type the word press, and then if you want to get a question in for post-match, then do just that. Yes. So let's have a little look at then how we did ultimately. Stensgaard 8. It's so hard to read those. The difference between the 8s and the 6s is very difficult. So yeah, Stensgaard, Ruddock, Matteo 8, Ronnie Whelan ended up with the armband. He went up from a 6 to a 7. It's good. Mark Wright 7. Redknapp booked for his weak shot 7. Nigel Clough man of the match there with a 9 and 2 goals. Steve McManaman, a little underperformance from him. That's one to keep an eye on. Robbie Fowler got an 8. Johnny Barnes got a 7. Ian Rush got an 8, and off the bench, Steve Nicol got an 8. That's going to put some real pressure on Steve McManaman's position, even at this very early stage. Just 5,500 people packed into Anfield for that one, but they saw 17 attempts on goal. Right, okay, let's move on and let's do the post-match press conference, shall we? Yes. Right. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, I am Liverpool manager Mach. Thank you so much for joining us for the press conference. Anyone got any questions? First question comes from LFC Marlow, who says, I'll tell you what it says. Can you explain Steve's performance today? He doesn't seem focused enough to many. I've got a real issue with someone like Steve McManaman, to be perfectly honest. He's got all the talent in the world. The future of football lies at his very gangly legs and feet. He's got to book his ideas up. He can't just turn up for the big occasions. Can't just be like, think about like Champions League finals or whatever. No, he's got to turn up at your Bishops and your South Liverpools, and he's got to put a shift in, week out in training as well. Otherwise, he's going to find himself very shortly not in the football team. Next question, please. Okay, next question. It comes from James P. Says, there's talk you're in the market for some rival teams' players. How will they improve your already stacked squad? Listen, I appreciate that the transfer window is open, and because, of course, it's 1993, it's open all season, which means we're going to be ripe for the picking when it comes to transfer speculation. It wouldn't be right of me to talk about, for example, Sol Campbell of Tottenham Hotspur and the phenomenal player that he is and how versatile he is and what a fantastic fit he could be and really improve Liverpool's defence to take them to that next level. It wouldn't be my place to talk about another football club's player like that. So I think you'll all understand that I won't do that. And I thank you so much for respecting my decision on that. Next question, please. LFC Spectre. There are a few rumours on Telegram, sent by a Telegram, wow, that certain Chris Pajak coming in for extra hand in coaching setup. Plus, how many players are you bringing in before the season starts? Chris Pajak, dear friend of mine, currently tied up, probably doing double maths at the moment because he'll be 10 years old at this point. So yeah, we might leave him to mature a little bit before I consider bringing him in to be coaching staff, but he's a future managerial star. I know that very much. And how many players? Listen, Liverpool have got a stacked squad full of real quality. We right now have to be careful of not having too many footballers. We don't want to carry too many footballers. We don't want to be top heavy. I think at most we're looking at 2 new additions to this squad. Who they'll be, I definitely can't guarantee that it will be someone like Sol Campbell. You'd like to think, maybe. But beyond that, I don't want to talk too much about it. Thanks. Next question. Ben Pesco. How hard of a job is David James going to have displacing Stensgaard this season? Well, look, you've got to look at Michael Stensgaard there, Michael Stensgaard. 8 out of 10 performance, even in a game where he had 0 attempts to save. That speaks top quality. David James is going to have to put the control pad down and get into training and book his ideas if he wants to get a place in this squad ahead of my Danish superstar. Simple as that. All right, thank you so much. That will conclude our press conference for today. If you've got any future questions, make sure you ask them after the next match. Let's roll on. Good from that. Right, okay, cool. Let's go back to the manager's office. Right, Michael Thomas is back in training at 65% match fitness. Good on him. Ronnie Whelan's contract expired. This is something we need to solve. Right, Ronnie, come on. Where are you? Let's see if Ronnie's interested. Ronnie? Stuart Gale. Oh, we have got a reserve squad. But we'll come into that. Right. So Ronnie wants a 1-year contract. Should we see if he'll have 2? Ronnie does not want a 2-year contract. Okay, that's fine. 1-year contract. He wants £4,850 a week. I am prepared to offer him 4,500. He wants more than 4,500. Okay, 4,600. He accepts the contract. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, Ronnie Whelan, sticking around. Good on him. Right, yeah, and here we can see the signings that have been made around the league so far in this week. P. Mudd, go ahead, in Eden. Right, season starts in 3 weeks. Let's do a transfer, shall we? So, I think I would like us to buy, because I think we've got, right now, look who's not in the team. I don't think we actually need another defender, to be honest, because we've got Bjornaby, Harkness, and technically Nickel, who can do a job at centre-half. And look, Rob Jones, as much as he's a right-back, you know what? I'm going to list Rob Jones. As much as it pains me, I would love to resurrect his career. I'm listing Rob Jones, because if we don't play a right-back, it's as simple as that. Right. Sol Campbell would be very, very nice. Midfield-wise, we've got Harkness can do it. We're maybe a little short in midfield. But I would like a striker as well, if I'm being honest. Strikers are exciting. I think we need a defender and a midfielder, and then if we can sell someone, we can maybe look to bring in a striker. What do we think? Yeah, definitely teletext there, not Telegram. Although you could post it via a Telegram for the news. Right, okay. What do we think then? Greg, give me some thumbs up or yeses or whatever in the comments. Are we happy to move for Sol Campbell? Do we think Sol Campbell's the move? And then we need a central midfielder. We'll have a little look and see if we can poach Neil Lamptey off Aston Villa potentially. Maybe try Pep Guardiola. What do we think? Right, yeah. Let's see. Other team. Tottenham Hotspur. Shearer is going to cost too much, Raz, unfortunately. All I'm looking for is one positive reaction on the Sol Campbell. I mean, let's refamiliarize ourselves. He can play in every position on the pitch, basically. Feels like an absolute no-brainer. LFC Spectre says yes for Sol Campbell, and that is good enough for me. So let's do it. Board limit on spending 3.7. Approach Sol Campbell. Yes, let's approach to buy. Tottenham allow approach. Campbell is keen on the move. Excellent. Right, Sol. Good to have you. I have got a lot of hopes for you, my friend. I am going to see if I can get him for a little bit cheaper. 800,000. Very nice. Sol wants a 4-year contract. Okay. Yeah. And he wants 3,100. No, I'm going to give you 3,000. 3,000, what do you say? He wants more. Brilliant. £3,050. He wants more than £3,090. Oh, shit. Well, okay. Can we try that again? Okay. Oh, Christ. Okay. Let's see if Tottenham are thick. 3-year contract. Yeah, go for it, Sol. 3,100. Like, you know what? 3,100? Will you take that? For fuck's sake, Sol. Yay! £3,120. Welcome to Liverpool Football Club. Sol Campbell. Look at him. Come in. He's a colossus. Walk around him. This is my new guy. He is going to form the backbone of our new defensive structure. And look at that straight away. 750,000, 1.8 million valuation straight off the back. And we've changed history potentially for the better. He can go back to Tottenham anytime he wants now without being absolutely hated, potentially. Tackling 20, pace 20. Look at him. Stamina 18. Magnificent. 19-year-old Sol Campbell. Welcome aboard, my son. Right. Let's have a little look at him then. So, Sol Campbell. Oh, yeah, there he is. Right, okay. So one more slot. Yeah, the Melwood Sol lean is very, very needed. I totally agree on that. Does it mean he'll leave for Everton in a few years, says Raz? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Vasco Oliveira, welcome, mate. Yeah, we are back. Retro Football lives for now. If you guys like this and this gets enough likes and gets enough views, I think super chats are turned on. I'm not begging for super chats, by the way, but if anyone wants to use them, I believe they're turned on the channel. It'll make it a worthwhile endeavour. So yes, right. Okay, we have got that done. So I think we need a midfielder, and I want to sign someone interesting. Will Bergkamp be out of our price point, Matthias? That's a great question. Let's have a little look. Will he be? Is he at Inter Milan at this point, or is he at Arsenal? He's at Inter Milan, so if he didn't show up on that foreign players list earlier, he won't be showing up anywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. Lovely, thanks, Matthias. Okay, let's have a look at the foreign players then. So, question. Oh, so we've actually got a few options. So here's let me pitch a couple of players to you. So we've got Pep Guardiola, 22 years old, passing, great, wanted by some okay clubs. So Pep Guardiola, right? We've then got Didier Deschamps, who is probably around the top end of our price range here, £2 million. Didier Deschamps, 24 years old. Obviously, we know how good he is. And then I'm going to pitch a couple of additional players to you. So another team. Leeds United. I am going to pitch to you guys one Gary McAllister. What do we think? Look at him. 29 years old, Gary McAllister. 20 for passing, 18 for tackling. Influence, he's just class. JKE says Pep can swivel. He can't wait to play in those cold nights at West Brom. So I'm going to pitch Gary McAllister to you guys as my third other alternative midfielder, and I'm going to leave it. Too old, says Supernova YNWA. You're saying Gary McAllister at 29 is too old when it's 7 years until he actually signs for Liverpool. We've been getting 7 years of Gary McAllister, even prior to him coming in the treble winning season. Okay. Raz has proposed another one. Okay. I quite like this. I want to see where he plays first. Matthew Le Tissier, 25 years old, 3.5 million. I'm not sure we can afford him, but we could have a punt at him. What do we say? Right. From now on, just put buy. And then I want you to put from 4 players. Prime Gary Mack. Guardiola. Deschamps. Le Tissier. Put buy and then one of those 4 names in the comments. And the one who gets the most votes is who we're going to buy. It's as simple as that. Right. Matt Le Tissier. That we could have some real fun. And he can play in attack as well, so we might negate our need for another striker. 2 votes for Prime Gary McAllister, 1 for Le Tissier so far. Let me see if I can note this down. CM signings. I've got a notepad ready to go. Let's see, Gary Mack, Le Tis, Pep, and Deschamps. So, let's get a little tally chart on the go here. Don't let it be said that I'm not always prepared. Okay, so let's see. So far, I've just stroked the wrong part on my keyboard there. That's brilliant. It wasn't even the keyboard, just the side of the computer. So we got what? So Raz said Prime McAllister. Joke says Prime Gary Mack. Raz says buy. Le Tissier says LFC Spectre. I would suggest Milner, but even this is before Milner's time. By Mac says Stephen Keeley. Craig Bailey from Chelsea. No more suggestions. This is it. By Latiz says Raz. By Deschamps says Supernova. Ooh. By Pep says Marlou. HD Clown says Deschamps. Ooh, that's getting Deschamps back in. Le Tissier says Delta Horse. Le Tissier, that's 3 for Latiz. Pep got to get a schooling in MAYCHBALL. Yeah, I agree. Latiz says Darren. Matt Le Tissier's in the lead. Deschamps says Mateos. Deschamps, that's 3 votes for him. Latiz is all those players. Yeah, okay. Ben has done Deschamps twice. Stop cheating. Nearly did that twice then. Only sheeple won't vote for Latiz. It's a good point. Le Tissier all day. Okay, so the votes are in. It is 4 votes for Le Tissier, 3 for McAllister, 1 for Pep. Or £2 for Pep, 2 for Pep, 1 for Pep, 3 for Deschamps. The winner is Matthew Le Tissier. Dear God. Here we go. Let's see if we can even afford him. Approach to buy. Le Tissier's keen on the move. Let's see if we can get him for 3. It's refused. Boo. The board refused to spend that much. Oh, come on, the board. Unbelievable. Moore's out. Hashtag David Moore's out, everyone. Unbelievable. So I can't. Oh, that was accepted. Okay. Apparently so. 4-year contract for Matthew Le Tissier. £7,000 a week. Christ. 7,500? No. 7,500. No, you know what? I'm not messing around with this. I've been burned by this before. 7,600 a week, Matthew. He signs for Liverpool. Welcome aboard, Matt Tissier. We might have a little induction meeting as to what you can and can't post on social media in 20 years' time. But before that, yes, 5.1 million valuation. Woo! Yes. Right. There we go. Matt Tissier joins Liverpool Football Club. My word. There we go. So that is our signings done and dusted for now. Should we play I think we've got a week before the next game. Peter Hessenthaler's out. Okay, whatever. We've got a week and then we've got our next friendly game. Let's see how we get on with all of that. Wow. As Ben Pesca as Trent once said, I don't mind it. He wants a new house in the Channel Islands, says Raz. Get in. We've got a player on our hands on the MAYCHBALL. I'm just saying. Is Matt Tissier the purest form of MAYCHBALL there is? There's only one way to find out. Should we do a press conference? Should we do a Matt Tissier signed press conference? Get your Matt Tissier questions in, press box. Just type the word press and then your Matt Tissier signing for Liverpool related questions, please chat. And we will get to, we'll do a Matt Tissier signed press conference. I think that's a good thing to do, right? See anyone interesting moved? No. Thought that was Jimmy Savile for a second there. Cool. Last chance to get your Tissier press conference questions in, ladies and gents. Otherwise, I'm just going to ramble utter shite. Right. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's do press conference then, shall we? Right, thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome. It is my absolute honour to unveil Matthew Tissier as a Liverpool player. We fought tooth and nail for this one, I'll be honest. We have to work within our budgets, but ultimately I've managed to secure my man, obviously in addition to Sol Campbell at the back. I don't want to undo the love that people are having for Sol Campbell, of course, but Matt Tissier, what an absolute coup that is. First question, please. Supernova says, is the plan to play Matt on the far right? I feel like Matt Tissier is very, very suited. He feels almost uncomfortably naturally suited to the far right. Very determined. I'm hoping to kind of drag him a bit more at best centre right of centre. But we'll see how well he adapts to that. Obviously, yeah, he's a big character, big personality. He's got some interesting ideas, and we'll see how well me and him vibe on a personal level. Next question, please. LC Marlu asks, Matthew, what is your view on lizards? What's that, Matt? What do you mean, the Queen? Yeah, sorry, he's a little jet lag. We flew him up from Southampton. He's a bit tiger. Next question, please. We've got one here. Ben Pescod, are you aware of any failed punts out for a throw-in from Letizier's kickoffs to win his mates a couple of quid? I absolutely do not understand that reference. Next question, please. Keegan Watt, Matt, is the earth flat? Matt, is the earth flat? Matt, we're gonna have to have a little. Did you do geography GCSE? No, I didn't think so. Okay, cool. We'll have a little chat. About that one. Wild. Dommy LFC, do you think Letizia can help Liverpool win the title? Absolutely. I am convinced beyond all belief that Matthew Letizia is the man whose goals and creativity can help fire this squad back to the top to end the 3-year wait, the unbearable 3-year wait we've had here at Liverpool and the city of Liverpool for that title. The end of it cannot come any sooner, and I think he can be the man to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your questions. That brings to an end our press conference. Yeah, I'm sure you'll all get to come and appreciate Matthew Le Tissier for the absolute gem of a footballer that he is. What a guy. Right, thank you so much. Right, let's crack back on. Let's go back to the manager's office. I didn't, you know what? No, I didn't realise he'd been involved in match fixing stuff. There you go. You learn something new every day, don't you? Let's hope he's fixing matches in our favour. That's all I'll say on that one. Right, I apologise. That is Cherry Pepsi Max, and that could lead to all kinds of burps. Right, okay, cool. Let's crack on. I believe we've got Mark Waltz out for a few days. Who cares? Rob Jones out for 8 weeks. Oh, Rob. Oh, Robbie Jones. Oh, that's a real blow for him, and for us potentially selling him. Right, sounds. So next friendly game we are up against South Liverpool. So let's go to the changing rooms. Eventually I'll make shortcuts for these. So Steve McManaman is out. Matt Le Tissier is in. And who can we take out to Sol Campbell? Should we take Mark Wright out? Let's try Mark Wright out for Sol Campbell. New boys in. That leaves us Stevie Nicol and Don Hutchison still on the bench. We've got Whelan as captain. I'm happy with that. Let's rock and ride. Right. Are we home for this one? We're away for this one, aren't we? Yeah, 3 away. Let's do it. Here we are then in South Liverpool. The mighty footballing giants of South Liverpool take on simply Liverpool here. Ian Rush races clear. Rush chips it over the keeper. That goes wide. Oh, I probably should have seen that from this vantage point as a yellow card is handed out to Sol Campbell for obstruction. I mean, because he is just an absolute man mountain. John Barnes warned. He spat. He spat at someone and was simply warned. Don't spit ever again, presumably was the warning. Neil Ruddock now shown a yellow card. This is a brutal first half of football here from South Liverpool. That's how we rock in the south of Liverpool. People say the north end is the tough end. Disagree. We don't even book players for spitting in the south of Liverpool. It is half-time. Despite 7 chances from Liverpool to South Liverpool 0, it is 0-0 at the half-time interval. Oops. So let's take a quick look. Neil Ruddock booked as on a 6. That's not great. Am I not allowed a goalie sub? Okay, whatever. Don Matthews fine. Le Tissier's been crap. Fowler's been crap. Barnes has been crap. Right, I think I'm gonna take John Barnes off. Let's take him off and let's bring Don Hutchison on and see if that freshens things up any for us. Right, let's do this. I honestly, shocking behaviour from John Barnes. I feel a little perturbed by the whole thing. Right, we are back underway. Oh Christ, we're back underway here in South Liverpool. South Liverpool have had a chance and now a yellow card for the obstruction of Dominic Matteo. Drab game of football here, and Liverpool are going to make some more changes, potentially. Yeah, there we go. Who's been crap? Le Tissier's been crap. Fowler's been crap. Donaldson's been better. Right, Matt Le Tissier. Let's take Le Tissier off. The new man is coming off for Stevie Nicol. Let's do this. Back and away. Steve Nicol has a real chance. Oh, it's a goal Liverpool, straight off the bench, he scores easily. So easy. Too easy, you might say, for Steve Nicol. Ian Rush dives in the area, and the referee gives a penalty. Don Hutchison, 2-0. 2-0, simple as that. Ian Rush, legendary goal scorer, diving in a friendly game away from home at an amateur football side, and that is South Liverpool 0, Liverpool 2. More questions than answers being raised in this game, not about the ability of Liverpool's football team, but possibly of the character of some of their most important players. If you've got a question for the post-match press conference, then type the word press and then your question, and then Manager Mach will be with you very shortly answering all of your questions. Jesus Christ. Right, let's have a little look at that. Don Hutchison. Don Hutchison with an 8, Steve Nicol with an 8, both guys off the bench. Yeah, apparently that's the thing. Dominic Matteo got an 8, Jamie Redknapp got an 8, all good stuff. Right, okay, let's head to the press conference. If you've got your press questions, by all means, send them in. Right, first question comes from Ben Pesco. Rather than splitting the South Liverpool defence, what is your reaction to Barnes opting to spit at them instead? It didn't seem quite as effective. Yeah, I mean, look, ultimately, John Barnes is a grown man, and I can only presume that he just felt that it was a hot summer's day and their guy's face was a bit warm and he was just trying to cool him down. Yeah. Next question, LFC Marlu. Care to comment on John Barnes' actions in that game? Absolutely outrageous. Yeah, outrageous that he only got a 6 out of 10 rating, to be honest. I expect more from John Barnes. He's a much better player than this, and he's failing to deliver. And look, I'm not sure how effective his action was at cooling his opponent down. I appreciate the effort that he's gone to do that. It shows that he's a true humanitarian, but maybe just offer him a Lucozade Sport, because we all know that it gets you thirst fast. Next question, please. Matthias, South Liverpool really pushing for some kind of video assistant referee. Is this something you'd be up for in the future? Listen, I fail to see anything about that game that really needs revisiting. It's just a friendly game. If referees have made decisions wrong, they're just humans at the end of the day, just human beings. Let's get off their backs. Let's get off their little scrawny loser backs and all get on, because, yeah, I am, fine. Next question, Keegan Watt. Why is Ian Rush diving in a friendly game? Did he dive? Did he? Have you got the video evidence? I don't think we have. Look, Ian Rush was cynically felled, murderously felled, like an oak tree being illegally chopped down by a bulldozer that was made of serrated rusty steel. To call Ian Rush's, the supreme goal scorer Ian Rush, to give him his full name, his character into question, nope, won't be doing that. Ben Pescod, apologies, Stephen Kiley, any updates on Ian Rush's sudden vertigo injury? Yeah, sorry, vertigo, bad case of vertigo. We'll make sure he's seen by the finest doctors. Got to be careful. Vertigo is a disease that can affect literally people every single day of the year. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me in the press conference. That is it from now. Obviously, one more pre-season game to go, but I'm pleased with our preparation so far. Thank you so much. Whew. Big questions to be asked there. Big questions to be asked of our new signing Matthew Tissier as well, who has been absolutely done in there by Stevie Nicol. Right, we got another mid-season break. We could really do with someone buying someone off us if we want to buy more players, because literally we don't have the squad space. Right. Mark Walters resumes training at 91% match fitness. Good on you. Welcome back, Mark. Didn't know I didn't know Goldbridge was commentating back in '93. Please, Mark Goldbridge, would give anything to have my level of commentary skills. Thank you so much, everyone who's tuning in and watching. By the way, if you would be so kind as to share the stream on socials, if you've got Twitter, X, Facebook, Insta stories, all that kind of stuff, then please, by all means, do. That would be much appreciated. Bear with me. I'm basically going to take my own advice. Right, season starts next week. That is big. Right. Is Tissier -TIS? Is that right? All right, where are we? Yeah, go ahead. Right. Okay, I think we're going so far so good. Let's just fly through because we've got one more. Is this the break before the next one? No, here we go. Next friendly game. Awesome. Final friendly game as well. Let me just find this. And yeah, if you have, I think I said this already. If you haven't dropped a like on the stream or subscribe to the Retro channel, do that as well. Again, good stuff. Right, there's me. If anyone hasn't, by the way, followed the Retro Footy Twitter account at Retro Footy TV. This is Retro Football TV, and I dallied on sorting the Twitter account out back in the day, so it's Footy TY, not Football or IE. Raz, I met Matt Le Tissier at a charity event when he lived in Bournemouth. Nice guy. How's our youth team look like? Yeah, let's hang on a sec. I'll show you what the youth team looks like. Right, let's go to the changes for the final pre-season friendly. Right, I can't see how we can't. We've really got to give Steve Nicol a game here, I think, because he's been absolutely unreal. So we're going to put Stevie Nicol in as the 8. Now, we need to put a defensive player on this. I'm going to put Steve Harkness in. Don Hutchison was good off the bench as well, wasn't he? I mean, at the moment, it means that Matt Le Tissier doesn't have a place in our squad, which I can't. Sorry, Don Hutchison. Matt Le Tissier is in. Right. So that means Ruddock, Matteo, Whelan, Campbell, Redknapp. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that team. Barnes, also John Barnes. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to put Don Hutchison in front instead of John Barnes. Let's try that. And then we've got Le Tissier and Harkness on the bench. Yes, there we go. Lee Killeen, yes, mate. Retro Footy is back. Thank you so much, mate. Have we wasted money? Raz asks on Matt Le Tissier. It's possible. We'll see. Long season. A lot of games. It's only pre-season. Let's not get too far carried away. Right, we are back at home. It is Liverpool versus Roma. Don't forget, you can get your post-match press conference questions in by just putting press and then the question, and then we'll do that at the end of the match. Right, we are here at Anfield for the final pre-season game. Dominic Matteo has a real chance. He slides it past the keeper, but it goes wide. He's missed that by a mile. Absolutely. The number 10 is clean through, but he's tackled. Yes, he was tackled. First half, Liverpool, Roma, even game so far. Really even. 2 chances apiece. This is a real ding-dong tussle of a match. 5 chances to Liverpool. 6 now. Robbie Fowler races clear. Fowler, go for Liverpool. There you go. Liverpool 1, Roma 0. Oh, but it won't count. It will not count. The referee didn't play the advantage. What a tit. What a tit. And we go in at half-time here at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Roma 0. The Reds having the lion's share of the chances, 7-2. Robbie Fowler with one disallowed because the referee, as previously mentioned, is a female milk-providing appendage. Let's see what Mach does at half-time with this one. Okay, Don Hutchison, Nigel Clough, Jamie Redknapp, Ronnie Whelan and Neil Ruddock all not playing particularly well there. So what I will do is I think I'm going to try Matt Le Tissier instead of Nigel Clough. Pardon me. And we'll see. And then the question is, do we want to keep, we can put Hutchison, we can take Hutchison off and put Clough up front, or we can just take Clough off and leave Hutchison up front. That might be the answer, actually. Okay. Let me try that. Oh, Nichols box. No, subs. Okay. Hutchison off for Le Tissier. Le Tissier swap with Clough. So Le Tissier in the 10, Nigel Clough up top. Let's do this. Welcome back, Matthew Le Tissier. Signing, and it's a goal for Liverpool. Excuse me, it's buried through a crowd. Scored by Ian Rush. Oh, the goal scorer supreme doesn't need to fall over. Oh, it's a goal for Roma. It is a goal for Roma. It was hit first time into the corner. Scored by their number 9. They're chanting his name around the away support there. Number 9, number 9, number 9 is what they're saying. And number 4 goes into the book while they're doing that. Liverpool will make another tactical change here. Let's have a look. Clough has been crap. That was the wrong decision to make. There's not loads I can do. Let me see what I can do with this. Is there anyone I can jig around? So Clough has been good garbage. Should we try? No, there's nothing I can do with that. Nothing I can do. Right, I'm going to just have to live with it. Disappointing. Robbie Fowler through on goal. And it is a goal for Liverpool. Will it count this time? It will. His finish is superb. Roma, tactical move. The number 12 comes on for their number 10. 2 players there interchanging, shaking hands as players tend to do when they get substituted. A thoroughly dominant Liverpool performance in the stats, if not by the goals. Liverpool 2, Roma 1. 13 chances to 3. The manager's press conference will follow. Get your questions in. Just say press and then your question. And that is it from Anfield. Yes, Liverpool's pre-season campaign is ended with a 2-1 victory over Roma. Dominant Reds. Can they carry this form on into the new season? I will return when that does. Okay, Stensgaard class, Matteo class. Redknapp was a bit poor, it's a shame. Robbie Fowler, 9 for Robbie Fowler. Oof. Yes. Matt Le Tissier, good to see an 8 out of 10 for Matt Le Tissier. So maybe we'll try him in the number 10 next time around. Ian Rush scored, got an 8 as well. Steve Nicol, another 8. So I can't really take Steve Nicol out of that midfield. He's been a star for us so far. Okay, let's go to the press conference. Press, get your questions in. And let's do it. Thank you so much. First question, please. LSE Spectre. Is it true that old boys of Neil Ruddock and Mark Wright are both looking at buying Popwell together as business partners for the boys after home games? And could that make you sell them? Listen, Neil Ruddock he likes to drink. He does. He likes to drink. He likes his food. At least if he was to buy Popwell, I'll know where he is. That's something, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Raz, what did you think of Roma's idea to change their number 9 for a number 12? I thought it was a bold tactical move, to be perfectly honest. I thought the number 9 was doing okay, but I think basic mathematics will tell you that 12 is 3 more than 9. And I think that's the kind of performance they were looking to get out of him. Simple math. 12 minus 9 is 3. The difference is 3. They were looking for a +3 benefit. And that's really what Roma were going through. Tactical masterstroke, just ultimately not good enough to usurp my own one of switching my attackers round a bit. Yes. Matthias, how did Roma not get a red card for headbutting Clough? I'll be honest, you know, I'm not saying he's got a very headbuttable face, because that would get me in trouble. Next question. Supernova, what are your predictions for top 4 ahead of the new season? I think that Liverpool, this Liverpool, the greatest team in England of all time, and MAYCHBALL, are going to win the Premier League this season. So therefore, 2nd, 3rd and 4th are completely and utterly inconsequential. Thank you so much. That ends our press conference. Thank you so much for sending your questions in. The season begins next. Whew. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Let's crack on, shall we? What time have we got? Oh, it's absolutely flying by. This is great. Liverpool Roma 2-1. So the business begins now. We need to see whether someone will come in and bid for some of our players. Because right now we're a little hamstrung. I think we're pretty well stocked. T-Beaver. I would like another out-and-out goal scorer, if I'm honest. Just looking at what we've got, I'm not overly convinced on Nigel Clough. And the problem is I can't actually see how he's been performing because it doesn't count pre-season towards the stats. The season will start. Let's see how we get on. Gavin Fairclough. But, oh yeah, I didn't show you the the reserve team squad. Charity Shield, Blackburn, Man United. Wow. Great. Who won that one? Anyone? Anyone want to know who won the Charity Shield? Oh, they must. Is that back in the day when they could still split it? Yeah, I'd love to sell Ruddock to Real Madrid or Barcelona, but that's just not going to happen. Teddy Sheringham. Ben, I'm not sure on how often at the moment. I'm doing this because there's no one in the office, so the bandwidth on the internet's great. But yeah, I'm going to try and make this a regular occurrence. It'll probably be, I suspect, a couple of weeks till I do the second one because I'm in Toulouse next week for the Europa League game. Oh, pardon me. Let's say Blackburn won. I agree, Matthias. Right, okay, cool. Let's fly into the first game. Yeah, Aston Villa. Whew. Big one to start the season. Let's go to the changes. Let's bring it on. Right, what did we learn from that last friendly game? We learned that Matt Tissier should be playing in the 10 for us. Don Hutchison can stay up front for now. We're going to put Nigel Clough, therefore, as our backup striker. And that's right? Yes, I believe I've got my correct flights booked for Toulouse. We'll see. I'm actually going to Brussels this weekend. I'm missing the Luton game, which is a bit annoying, but for a good reason. We've been invited to Union Saint Gilloise to go and watch a match in their actual stadium because we're not playing it. I think we're playing in Anderlecht Stadium when we play them in the Europa League in December. So they've said, do you want to come over and get a look at, find out more about the football club and all that? So I'm going to go and watch. I think they're playing. I think it's Union are playing Club Bruges on Sunday, and me and Joe are going. Boss, sorry, reserves. Thank you. So the reserves are basically not real. They're a bunch of like just kind of made up footballers. So for example, and you don't even get full profiles on them. So that's like rating. The rating is important. So you get like promising or fair or whatever. Fair. So promising goalkeeper. So you can like promote these guys. You can use them. You can drop them into your side if you need to, but only if you really need to. And then I think if you want them properly, you can buy them, and then they get stats. But again, we can't because we can't fill our squad. Right, that is the team. Are we all good with that? I'm feeling pretty good. First game of the season. Just to reiterate, Stensgaard, Ruddock, Matteo, Campbell. Midfield, Redknapp, Whelan, Nickel. Matt Le Tissier making his debut in behind our front three of Don Hutchison, Robbie Fowler and Ian Rush, with Steve Harkness and Nigel Clough on the bench with David James. I'm feeling good. Let's do this. Right. Nope. Yes. Here we go. And the season is underway here from Anfield. Liverpool, Aston Villa. MAYCHBALL takes over Anfield. Ian Rush has a real chance. It's a goal for Liverpool. His finish is superb. It is. You could see that. It's a goal for Liverpool. It's another one hammered through a crowd this time. And scored by Robbie Fowler. Russian Fowler, the RAF, are flying here. Dwight York, he must surely score, but he misses the target. He misses the target, Dwight York. In your face, you future Robbie Fowler, clean through. He squanders the chance. Squandered it. He just went, ugh. Ian Rush races clear. Rush, his shot is smothered like a... No, I can't. I'm not going to go there. That was very dark and I stopped myself for the best. Half-time then here at Anfield. 8-chance Liverpool. 2 goals to the good against Aston Villa. It is half-time. Will either manager make any changes? We shall find out. Okay. Stensgaard. 8 from Stensgaard. Wow. We are absolutely smashing these everywhere. Smashing the Ruddock, Matteo 9, Captain Whelan 8, Campbell 8, Redknapp 9, Le Tissier 9, Nickel 9, Fowler 9, Hutchison 8, and even Ian Rush can be forgiven for his 7 because he scored a goal. Neil Lamptey, the cheat code of a footballer, is currently playing at a 4 out of 10. Andy Townsend there in the midfield. Former Liverpool man Ray Houghton having a stinker as well. Steve Staunton, another former Liverpool player, also bad. Long may this continue. Let's crack on with the second half. Second half on the way, and it's a goal for Liverpool! Oh my word, placed past Bosnich. Robbie Fowler just strolled up and just went, here, bottom corner, 3-0. Easy as pie. Mark Bosnich, absolute dog shit goalkeeper, and he's shown it there. Ian Rush is clean through. Rush, goal for Liverpool. Liverpool 4, Villa 0. It won't count. Never mind. It will not count. The referee saw a foul somewhere in the corner of his eye, like a feather floating in the wind. Fowler surely score. Oh, he wastes the chance. He wastes it. Oh, wastes it. Silly. Richardson on. Liverpool, will they make a substitution? Lamptey is off. Right, let's see. Oh, Robbie Fowler's on a 10. Ian Rush on a 9. Let's give Ian Rush a little sub off, shall we? Let's give Nigel Clough a go. So Nigel Clough on for Ian Rush for the last few minutes of this game. Scarcely worth him taking his tracksuit bottoms off, really. A bit embarrassing, if you're going to be perfectly honest. He went through the motions of taking his trackie off. He came onto the pitch. The referee blows up. It is full time. It is a stonking win for the Reds. Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0, and the season is up and running. Can this be the springboard that sees them end the 3-year wait, the interminable 3-year wait for a league title? We shall see. The press conference will follow with the manager, Mage. Yes. Get your questions in. Press. Come on, you know this by now. Let's get into the routine. Press question, right? Press, then you press conference question. Let's have a little look at the older statistics while we're waiting for that. Stensgaard 8, Ruddock 9, Matteo 9, Whelan 8, Campbell 8, Redknapp 9. Let's see, get in. Fowler 10 with 2 goals. Don Hutchison, is that an 8? Yeah, I think that's an 8. Possibly a 6. It's an 8. 7 for Ian Rush. 41,000 very happy Liverpool fans in there. Right, let's get to the press conference. Whoo! MAYCHBALL, baby! Right, first question, please. Ben Pesco. The decision to drop Barnes has split opinion amongst supporters. In the end, it worked out well, didn't it? Yeah, well, you know, I was having some real deep managerial thoughts. I was in a restaurant last night with my family, sharing a dessert, banana split, and decided, yeah, John Barnes, you know, MAYCHBALL isn't just about how you perform on the pitch. It is about whether I like you or not, and whether you play in the position that I have in my team, and John Barnes does not. Yes. Matt Tissier asks Raz. Matt Tissier was seen at a pie stand after the match. Can you comment on this? Yeah, Matt Tissier was at a pie stand. He was actually over there to knock the teeth out of Jonathan Pye, actually. Doesn't like him and his alt-left idealistic view of the world for some reason. But also after that, he went to an actual pie stand. It was just to basically pick up the post-match snack for Neil Ruddock, which I am fine with because is it a healthy diet for a footballer to have? No, it's not. Is that going to stop Ruddock eating that shit anyway? No, it's not. So as long as I know where it's being sourced from, then that's something. Yeah. Brian Glow asks, Robbie Fowler looks like one of the most exciting prospects on the team. How many goals do you think he can score this season? The Prowler, the Growler, red hot Robbie Fowler. My good God, this kid is the future of football. Now, he's a very responsible young man. We want to make sure it stays that way. I can't foresee any real problems off the pitch for him. So he just needs to keep playing football at this level, and he will be one of the great strikers to grace this club, this country, this planet for the rest of his career. Ben says, the Liverpool fans are feeling agitated by the long 3-year wait for a title. Are you confident to bring the trophy home after such a long wait? Listen, 3 years without a league title for Liverpool is unthinkable. It will not be 4. Because imagine having to wait 4 years to not see Liverpool win a title. Oh, don't even want to live in that world, let alone, 5. Oh my God, it can't even. So we are going to win the league this season. Mark my words. Thank you so much, Liverpool. Up and running. Never walk alone. Right, thank you. The board know. A good result, says the board. Thanks, the board. Good on you. They just sent me a... Yeah, hello. Thanks. Right. There we go. We are up and running and flying here. Love it. Matt Tissier in the 10 is a real vibe, isn't he? Oh. Right, how are we doing? Should we do another game? Thanks, board. More hashtag more's in. Yeah, absolutely. Sweep it over. Right, there we go. Let's see. Everton got beat by Coventry. Man United got beat by Blackburn. Man City, who are poo, so it doesn't really matter. Right. Okay. Blackburn performance of the week. Pathetic. Who picks that? Pathetic. Yeah, that's what. But Jürgen loves his good result text from John Henry. Yeah, good one, good game, Jürgen. Blackburn want Jamie Redknapp. Well, I can firmly tell Blackburn Rovers that this button might say refuse approach, but actually this is a go and eat a shit button that I'm about to press here. Blackburn refused. Blackburn can get in the bin. Jamie Redknapp stays. Just wants to call a bit of an impromptu press conference, to be honest here. Blackburn, listen, look at them beating Manchester United like it's no thing. Yeah, look, yeah, it's fine. B-ball, Blackburn, oh, you Shearer, oh, you Sutton, oh, your SAS. Well, listen, we've got the RAF, and we, in addition to that, have got Jamie Redknapp. And if you think you're taking an absolute stellar future superstar off our hands for the paltry sum of £1 million, well, you know what? You can tell Jack Walker to turn that £1 million sideways and stick it straight up his ageing arsehole. Simple as that. Right, sounds. Let's get a game in now. Oh, Ian Rush out for a few days with severe bruising. Oh, that's bad. King Kenny's crying right now, says Ros, yeah. Oh, that's bad news on Rushy. So we're away at Wimbledon. Doesn't get much more 90s than that. So, no Robbie, so no Rushy. Out for a few days. So Nigel Clough to come in is the pretty obvious one, but actually what I'm going to do is a little outside the box on this. I am going to bring in Lee Jones, who's one of our youngsters. It's a little stupid, but we've still got, that gives us Clough off the bench if we need to, and we'll try that. He might be rubbish, but it's good to know, because if he's crap, then we can put him on the transfer list. But yeah, there we go. So Stensgaard, Ruddock, Matteo, Campbell at the back, Redknapp, Whelan, Nickel, Tissier in the 7/10, and then the front three. New boy, youngster Lee Jones gets his debut. Right, are we ready? Don't forget press conference questions. You can put them in for the end of the game as well. Just press and then the question in the comments. Okay, we are away. Welcome to Selhurst Park, home of Crystal Palace and their rather irritating, smelly, bad football, bad-tempered neighbours and tenants, Wimbledon Football Club, who are an outstandingly run outfit, and I'm sure will be a football club for a long, long time to come. Anyway, we kick off here. First chance comes to Liverpool. Ardley has been injured. Whelan clattered into him, and he's going to have to come off, is Neil Ardley. It's an enforced Wimbledon move. A. Clark is on for Neil Ardley. That's a lecture for Whelan. It's a lecture. Wow, that is a long talking. It's a superb goal for Wimbledon. It's a bullet header into the corner, scored by Robbie Earl. My word, a sweet talking Robbie Earl. Probably Whelan makes his clear, but he wastes the chance. He just kicked it away into the corner and then started laughing. Stupid. Scales. That could be in a spot of bother there. And Robbie Fowler goes into the book, tripped him up there. Good to see that kind of aggressive behaviour from a young player, not to be trifled with. But Wimbledon have that lead. Steve Nicholls are on goal. Steve Nicholls, goal for Liverpool! He scores easily. It was too easy. It was too easy. He put his hand over his eyes and just kicked it at the goal. Sol Campbell rounds the keeper. And he scores! Sol Campbell, the young centre-half supreme, has turned this game on its head. It was Wimbledon, 1 goal to the good. And then Sol Campbell at 1-1 rounded the goalkeeper, the young centre-half. Basically made the goalkeeper look like an absolute arsehole. And Liverpool take a 2-1 lead into the break. Whew. Hans Seggers, all the odds on him, getting rounded. There's a topical joke for you. Stensgaard's on an 8, Ruddock's on an 8, okay, who's not performing. Lee Jones is playing a 5 right now. Okay. he will not be playing any more part in this game of football. I can tell you that for nothing. You know what, actually, we're winning. I'm going to leave Lee Jones for just a little bit longer. And we'll see if that's a good decision or a bad decision in a second. Matthias, Sol Campbell running the keeper. The realism is outstanding. Yeah, right. Second half underway. No changes for either side here. Robbie L goes into the book. Kick the ball away. Disgraceful behaviour. Amazing that you get a yellow card for that. Seems a bit excessive to me. And Warren Barton has been warned. Never go to America. That was the warning. 70 minutes gone. And Liverpool looks set to make a change. Okay. Lee Jones has continued to be crap. So he is going to be withdrawn. And it's as simple as just bringing Nigel Clough on for him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, it will be that. Back and away, Lee Jones has been frankly piss poor in this game. The young player, Matt Le Tissier, races clear. He's rounded the goalkeeper as well. And he scored. Oh, Matt Le Tissier's got his first Liverpool goal. And Hans Seggers might as well just stay lying down because he's being rounded like a roundabout on an empty street. Glorious from Liverpool. Absolutely dominant. It's Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 3. Absolutely incredible stuff from the Reds. And that is 6 points from 6 at the start of the Premier League. Wowzers. Press conference with manager Mach will follow next. Wowzers. Yeah, get your press conference questions in. I think Ben did one before. I'll come back to that. Yeah, Rob Veryard, the channel is back, my friend. Yes. Milesy 20. Going so well, mate. 2 wins so far in the Premier League. Sol Campbell and Matt Le Tissier, summer signings, both off the ground, up and running. Nigel Clough was miles better there in his cameo. So, yeah, he will be playing instead of Lee Jones if Rushy stays injured. Right. Really good. Okie dokie. Right, okay, let's get to the press conference then. Yes. Woo! Hey, press conference time. What have you got for me, ladies and gents? Ben over there says there's been rumours circulating that Blackburn have offered Jamie Redknapp unlimited fake tan and a free trip to Turkey to tempt him away from Anfield. What are your thoughts on this, Mr. Mach? Jamie Redknapp is a Liverpool player. I've stated this quite publicly already before. If Blackburn think they're going to take him from us, they are incorrect. Stupid idiots. Simple as that. Stupid, disgusting idiots. Next question comes from Benegay. Oh no, LFC Spectre. What's your personal thoughts on young academy player Lee Jones playing his first team debut against experienced Warren Barton? Some say in Wales that the boy became a man after today's game. I'll be honest, Lee Jones, if he became a man, it might explain why he was so poor on the pitch today. I think he was too busy off in the corner of the pitch counting his pubes and not actually playing the game. He was rubbish today. He was rubbish. And if he wants to be involved with MAYCHBALL long term, then my God, he's going to have to pull up his little socks, maybe get his mum to do it for him. And if he gets his chance again, he's going to have to play better, or that will be it. He will be done. Look at Robbie Fowler. Look at him. Be that. Be more Robbie Fowler, Lee Jones. That's what I'll say to him. Ben, is it safe to say Matt Le Tissier took Le Pissier today? What a signing this has proven to be. Absolutely, Matt Le Tiss taking the piss. What a player. What an absolute masterstroke from me. And I have to say, huge thanks to David Moores and the board. Hashtag Moores in. Yeah, I don't know what the hashtag thing is all about. I know it just sounds good. Just write it. If you just write it in pen, hashtag Moores in. You know, you might not get it, but your grandkids are gonna love it. Great player. All down to me. Brian Glow, the Wimbledon boss seems to think that Whelan purposefully injured Ardley. Do you agree? Yeah, he did. I said it's Wimbledon. What are Wimbledon? Wimbledon are violence in navy blue shirts. So get them back first, is what I said. Get them back first. They're going to get you, so get them back before they get you. Simple as that. Right. Raz, last one. How do you feel about the flair Sol Campbell put on in this match? Is he in contention for Player of the Year at this early stage? I am prepared to go on the record and say I think Sol Campbell is potentially going to be the second best player in the world after Robbie Fowler. Simple as that. Thank you so much for your time. Lovely stuff. Oh, Robbie. Board. Hello? Hello, board? It's the board. Oh, thank you, Mr. Moores. Yeah, it was a good result. Yeah, just good. Okay. Okay, thanks. Fair enough. Good result. IMO reviews. Not football related, but that Akira VHS on the wall is awesome. Where is it? I know it is on there. Where is it? I don't remember what's even on screen. Oh yeah. I can't see it. Come on, Paul. I said, there we go. Yeah, boss, classic. Yeah. I'm a bit of a VHS nerd. Okay. Whew. Yeah, if you're watching, by the way, and you haven't dropped a like on this stream just yet, would you do that for me? That would be vastly greatly appreciated. We've got 67 people watching and 57 likes. So if you could do that, that would be absolutely splendid of you. Right, let's see what we got. Okay, let's get through things. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if anything moves on with the transfer market. Yeah, good process, says the Liverpool board. Let's see. We got one more game to get through. If we just go straight to a game, we'll play it. Yeah, Blackburn. Ooh, Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn up next. They are going to be our major competitors, I think. Oh, that doesn't tell me anything. That just tells me I've been top of the league for 2 games. So, Lee Jones, you are rubbish. So, you are out for Clough. 14, swap 11. Now, I'm going to do I put McManaman or Barnes on the bench? I'm going to put John Barnes on the bench. I think that's the right call. So, there we go. Stensgaard, Ruddock, Matteo Whelan. The only change for this game is Lee Jones, who started last, is out. Clough is in up front. And John Barnes is restored to the bench for us. Even though he's like a midfield attacker left, there might be something I can get out of him if needs be. Blackburn, huge game. Let's see, Ian Rush is out for back soon. Come on, Rushy, get your act together. Okay, here we go. Was that home or away? Anyone? Home. Lovely stuff. Here we go there. Welcome to Anfield. Blackburn Rovers early season favourites for the title. Shearer and Sutton, goal machines in attack. The SAS comes up against the RAF, the Rush and Fowler. Although technically it could be the RAC, the Russian Clough, or the RAFC, the RAFC. Let's see how they get on. Kick off at Anfield. Early chances to Liverpool, mounting up there. 5 chances. Nigel Clough is through on goal. Rounds the goalkeeper and scores. It's Liverpool 1. Nigel Clough with the goal, back in for the pube counting Lee Jones. Steve Nicol, he chips it over the keeper. It's come back off the bar. Oh my word. Early drama galore here at Anfield. Steve Nicol, absolutely incredible stuff. So unlucky not to find the back of the net with the chip. Whew, breathless stuff here at Anfield. It is half time. It is Liverpool 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. 11 chances from Liverpool to Blackburn Rovers 2. My word. Jesus Christ. Stensgaard class. That's a 6 for Ruddock, which is not great. Do I go bold and change him? I'm not sure. Hutchison. I really struggle with the 6-8 thing. That's an 8 for Hutchison. So everyone else is going really well. Tissier and Fowler are only on 7s, but I am battering them here. Chris Sutton's the only player pulling his weight for them. Look at that team, by the way. I don't know who McDonald is, but Tim Flowers is captain. Shearer, Sutton, Lasso, Batty, Ripley, Sherwood, Paul Warhurst. There's someone we should keep an eye on as well, by the way. Matthias, MAYCHBALL, just take it round the keeper. Absolutely. That is MAYCHBALL is chip all round the goalkeeper at all opportunities. Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay, let's crack on then. No changes from me. Let's get back to the second half. Back on the way at Anfield, Liverpool with a slid. It's a 2-goal lead, just as I was saying. It was powered through a crowd. John Hutchison, he's got a foot like a traction engine. Jamie Redknapp hacked in the box. Penalty. John Hutchison, and scores easy. Just like that, Liverpool race away. The game is done and dusted. It's Hutchison again. Oh, he blazes it over the bar. John Hutchison had a chance. Dominic Matteo up from the back. Then he wastes it, spurns it, throws it away like a piece of chewing gum wrapper. Flowers. Was that Tim Flowers injured? Bobby Mims is on for the injured goalkeeper. Robbie Fowler goes into the book. Backup keeper Bobby Mims in goal. Cockrell on for Berg. Second half is eking out here in Liverpool. We'll make a change. I don't need to, but I will do. Or will I? I'm going to take Neil Ruddock off because he's not been great. And I'm just going to give Stevie Harkness a little go. Harkness on for Ruddock for the closing stages of this match. Liverpool 3 goals to good. Absolutely pantsing Blackburn everywhere, left, right and centre. And that is the full-time whistle. Kenny Dalglish's return to Anfield is one of misery as MAYCHBALL puts Jack Walker's mega-fueled superstar team in the mud. Get your press conference questions in. The press conference with Mate will follow on from this. Whew. Jesus wept. Stensgaard, 9. Matteo, 9. Wheeler, 9. Redknapp, Nickel, 9. Don Hutchison, 10. Fowler only got a 7, which is a bit mad. And Nigel Clough got a 9 as well. Dear Lord. What a result that is. Get your press conference questions in, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Dalglish is in tears and it gives me no joy. It gives me no joy to do that to Kenny, by the way. But it is. We'll probably call this the final game, I reckon. So if you've got your final press conference questions, then yeah, get them in right now. Let's do this. LFC Spectre, thank you so much for joining me for the press conference. Before the big game, pundit Graham Souness said he wanted MAYCHBALL sacked off and start playing the Liverpool way like they did under him. I wondered your thoughts on those comments, Mate. Yeah, well, Graham Souness, listen, great player, fantastic player, the best central midfielder ever to play for Liverpool. And unless some starlet from the city of Liverpool comes up through the youth ranks, he might well remain that. I'll be honest, Jamie Redknapp's better, to be fair. But as far as a manager goes, listen to Graham Souness. I wouldn't listen to what Graham Souness got to say. I mean, for God's sake, half the players I've got here didn't listen when he was manager, so I don't see why anyone at home or me should listen, because if people listen to Graham Souness, either what he had to say was shite, and that's why he got the sack, or no one listened to him because he commanded no respect as a manager, and that got me the job. Either way, I'm the Liverpool manager and he's not. So Graham Souness, 1993 Graham Souness, can get in the bin. Thank you. Next question. Ben Pescard says, I guess you could say there was Sutton wrong with Blackburn today. Nevertheless, mate, you must be impressed with your team's performance. There was Sutton wrong. You could say that performance was a touch batty. I'd say shit, if I'm being honest. Shit. Blackburn, they can have all the money in the world. They can buy all the players in the world they want. And Jack Walker can just walk in, throwing money at players like ones in a strip club. But ultimately, have they got what it takes to step to MAYCHBALL? They have not. They need to step off the toes of MAYCHBALL, because MAYCHBALL is going to kick their faces in. Stephen Keeley, rumours are circulating that Don Hutchison was celebrating his recent goal by dancing on a table and doing a Mooney. Any truth to this? Listen, Don Hutchison is what we like to say in the business, arse proud. He's very arse proud. I'm not sure why. It looks like, you know, when you get balloons and then you basically, you forget about them. Maybe one goes behind your telly. And then after 6 months, you find it and it's covered in dust and it's a bit sort of wrinkly and deflated. Imagine that times two. That's basically what Don Hutchison's arse looks like. But he loves it. And, you know, it's a bit like when a dog has got his favourite toy, he just wants to show everyone. So we let him do it. It's not great. No one asks for it, but it makes him happy. And I'm all about making sure that my players stay happy. Squad unity is sometimes the most important thing. Matthias says, Robbie Fowler has looked off the pace today. Is Don going to get more game time? Listen, no. Next question. Brian Glow, a wonderful start to the season with 3 wins out of 3. Do you think your team can win more than just the Premier League this season? Listen, what is there to win? There's the Premier League. There's the FA Cup. There is the League Cup. Can Liverpool win all 3? Yes. Will Liverpool win all 3? Also, yes. Thank you. Right, sounds cool. Thank you, guys. Board results. Hello, Mr. Moores. Yeah, it was a good result. Yeah, no, I agree. Just good. Again. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hashtag Moores in. Right, absolute magic stuff. Let's see if anything interesting happens in the transfer market, and then we'll call an end to our very first returning stream on Retro Football TV. Again, if you haven't dropped a like on it yet, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then do. If you've got any interesting things that you want to do, Mohammed said, forgot the channel existed. Yeah, me too, mate. To be fair, I lost the password to it. I couldn't remember what the logins were, and there was a slight ownership issue over it for a while. But anyway, it's ours and it's back. But yeah, if you've got anything you want to, any ideas for what you want to do with this series, any players you think we should be looking at, then use the comments after the fact if you're watching it and all that kind of good stuff. Ian Rush is back in training, 95% match fitness. That is very, very good news. Welcome back, Rushy. Yeah, so far so good, right? I'm quite enjoying this. People that were asking before, keep posted by following at Retro Footy TV on Twitter. And you obviously just follow the Paul Machin, which is me, on Twitter as well. And of course, if you subscribe to the channel, I'll put notifications on. I'll try and use the community tab to do that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, it'll probably be... This was very much like to see what I could do and how much out of the game I could get through. Now that I know how we're doing it, I think I quite like this. If you guys have enjoyed it, that obviously all helps. It needs to do numbers and needs to be popular for it to be a worthwhile endeavour and stuff. So yeah, if you do enjoy it, then doing all of those metrics will help. But yeah, it will be... I'm going to try and squeeze in as many as I can. But yeah, so basically I'm in Brussels this weekend to watch Union. And then I've got to then go to London for 888 filming. Then I've got to go to Toulouse for the Europa League. And then Life and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to try. It'll be probably a couple of weeks till we do the next stream. Right, let's have a quick look at let's look at two things. Let's have a look at the table. So we round out this little section. Played 3, won 3. What the hell? What is W there? Oh, it's home and away. Right, okay, that's the home form and that's the away form. Okay, that's annoying. That'd be much better if it was all combined. But there you go, 9 points from 9. We've scored 9 goals in 3 games. We've conceded just 1. Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday are our nearest competitors so far. Everton are in the relegation zone. Long may that continue. And we're the Manx, very mid-table for Manchester United. That is very, very encouraging stuff indeed. And then let's have a look at top goal scorers. Robbie Fowler and Don Hutchison, top of the pile, alongside a ton of other players, including Chris Sutton, and Efan Okoku and Mark Hughes. Sol Campbell's in there. Good to see. Let's see if we've got average ratings. Steve Nicol, Don Hutchison, Jamie Redknapp, and Dominic Matteo are all right up there. Look at that. Absolutely sensational stuff. Great. Gary Speed. You know what? Can we look at him? Oh, Gary Speed would be a good buy, wouldn't he? Yeah, not for now. We need to sell players. We've got players listed, but you've got to wait for offers to come in for that to work. So yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, Marta Barnes was partying late tonight at Kirkland's. That is a deep cut reference to the life of John Barnes, and I'm here for it. So yeah, let's just wrap up. Here's what the squad looks like. Yeah, our 2 new signings so far. Sol Campbell is on an average rating of 7.67. Absolutely brilliant so far. Signed for $750,000, currently worth 1.8. And Matthew Tissier was signed for just over 3 million, is worth 5.1. He's got 1 goal so far, 8.33 average rating. Wow. There you go. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you're watching after the fact, you guys are absolutely boss. I will keep you updated, hopefully via my socials and the Retro Football socials, when we're going to do another one. But other than that, that is it from me. How do we end this? We're going to end it like this. Up the 93-94 Reds.